Hey everybody, welcome back to the Unsung Podcast. Today I'm here with Brady, a country singer-songwriter from Mississippi in the good old USA, our friends to the south. And just as a disclaimer to my listeners, there are no tariffs on this episode. We are 100% tariff-free on here. So Brady, welcome to my show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
I uh I live scroll, as some people know, late at night if I can't sleep or if I got shit in my brain. I live scroll on TikTok for artists and just songs that hit me. And I came across one of your songs and my jaw just kind of hit the floor, man. There's so much soul in your voice, and it felt so real. Didn't sound like you were playing in a tin can with like 300 effects on and filters. I'm like, I gotta get this guy on my show. So,
Uh,
how long you been playing? How long you been writing music? How did that all get started?
well, I grew up in music, just not, I didn't grow up doing country music. My family, was Southern gospel singers. They had groups. We travel everywhere,
Hmm.
not just South USA, but I mean everywhere USA. And my mama, when she would take me to school, would have the country music radio on. I just fell in love with it. You know, they'd play Randy Travis like we were talking about earlier, and I fell in love with it, and it's just I don't know. Being from South Mississippi, I just feel attached to it, and I actually didn't start playing the guitar till this past September. Uh, my freshman year in college, I was talking to one of my buddies. He played, and I say, man, I've been seeing a ton of TikToks about like people playing guitar, and I just think it's wonderful. Like, love it, love the sound. I sing, and he got me into it, and I've been grinding my tail off to get good at it. But I'm the music minister at my church in Purvis, so that also played a big part. But I didn't start writing until about a month ago, and
Wow.
I went on vacation to Arkansas with my buddy Travis, and played him the song I wrote. And he told me to post it, so I did, and here we are.
It's funny because I don't remember the name right off the top of my head because I'm old and too much drinking days have kind of destroyed my memory. But we do have a mutual friend that comes into my lives that actually saw had commented on your first video after. Is like, man, you got to record, get this stuff on Spotify. Well, this show does go on Spotify, iHeartRadio, Amazon, Apple, and for some unknown reason, because I can see the numbers where my downloads come from. These music episodes are huge in Singapore, so look out. You could be like the next David Hasselhoff is huge in Germany.
Hey,
I like to think I'm huge in Singapore, so shout out to all my Singapore downloaders here. But
yeah,
it's funny how music sticks with us. I can remember my parents were ministers, and so we did a lot of road trips across the little island called Newfoundland up here in Canada. And it was either the Oak Ridge Boys, the Statler Brothers, or Anne Murray playing in the back seat. And I can still hear the King of the Road playing in the back of my head, even like 30 years later, right? It's you don't forget that stuff. But
yeah.
I don't know if you know who Anne Murray is, but she's like a I don't even know her style of music, but she's a folk singer from Canada. And we were going from Ontario to Newfoundland, which was like a 14-hour drive, and we had just moved. So all my rock and all my metal cassettes, they're all packed away in boxes. I don't have it. So I got to listen to 12 hours of my parents sing Anne Murray's greatest hits. And it still gives me flashbacks.
Yeah.
40 years later. But
Yeah.
we stopped at a flea market and I'm like, oh yes, they might have cassettes because I have my Sony Walkman. And I'm like, I can pick up and the only cassette they had there was Ace of Base. So I had a choice to make. Was it either 10 more hours of Anne Murray or 10 more hours of I Saw the Sign? And I made that choice. And music is so powerful, it triggers little memories, right? I've forgotten all about that. But
Music is definitely something. It don't matter where you're from, what you believe in, just music's the one thing that really just unites everybody, no matter what part of certain spectrum you're on. It's a gate between you and me, and
So
it's
you
just
mentioned you're a music minister at your church. Do you, before you started playing, were you doing a lot of singing with that role, or you're just kind of
oh yeah.
directing? Yeah.
Uh, I'm the me along with our piano player Miss Amy. Me and her coordinate the songs and just get our praise team ready for Sunday. And I'm the lead singer on Sunday mornings, and it's just basically I do the music on Sundays, and I love it. I wouldn't trade it for the world. You know, feel like God put me there for a reason, and I wouldn't be where I'm at even on this podcast or on TikTok without Jesus, and um, I couldn't do it without him, man. And uh, I owe my all to him, and you know that's why I take pride in doing what I do at my church because if he can die for me, the least I can do is sing for him.
That's amazing, man. You know what? For a lot of years, I hid my posts and my thoughts like that because I was too worried about what people would think because there's so much negativity out there. But that video I posted 3 Sundays ago singing Hard Fought Hallelujah at my church for the first time sober in front of people. I used to have to go get drunk, wasted to sing at karaoke. And I almost passed out, but my my best friend is actually a Baptist pastor, so I randomly met him in this little town of 3,000 people 4 years ago after not being in church since I was 15. I'm 49 now. So I wrote a song too about my journey coming back to God, and I just posted it. I don't care anymore what people think. And there's so many people out there that if people unfollow you for something like that, well, then it's like a self-cleansing. I call it a self-cleaning litter, right? Because
Yeah,
if people are gonna trash you for your beliefs when all this stuff is going on, who like, see you later. Have a good day.
I agree.
So your first song that you wrote, you said this was only back in September. What was that? What was that about?
Well, I started playing in September. I didn't write Price Unpaid until a month and a half ago.
Okay.
Um, I got real bent out of shape over this girl. Um, didn't go good, and I'm not real good at talking about my feelings, I guess. So I just figured I'd write a song since I know how to play guitar now, and it just kind of wove itself together, and I got it, and I worked with it for a couple weeks, and then I went on vacation with my buddy and played it for him, and he told me I should post it, and so I did. But I don't know. I guess the song is really just you know you want somebody so bad, and it's just you feel dead when it doesn't work, and I don't know. It's kind of a sad song, but you
Well,
know,
if you want to give it a play now, we can, if you're up
yeah.
to it, and then we can move on to the next one. You, do you think she's seen the post online or?
I have no clue.
No?
Honestly, I don't even. No, she probably hadn't.
All right, all right.
Uh, if anybody watches this and sees I'm using a capo, yes, I'm bad at playing guitar, and that's why I need a capo. But this is called Price Unpaid, and I hope whoever's listening enjoys it. Well, I hung my hat on her front porch swing. Swore I'd be back by the early spring, but the wind rolled in and it took my name away. Now I'm just a ghost with a debt to pay. Mama still praised by that old church light. Says she dreams I'll come home some night, but the road's been cruel and the time runs thin. Ain't no going home when you lost your skin. Ain't no going home when the stars burn out, when the whiskey don't numb and the truth spills out. Well, I crossed that line, now the past won't fade. Now I'm just a name on a song and a price that's unpaid. She wrote my name in the sand last year, swore that she'd wait, but her sky rang clear. Now she's dancing with some boy in town. Now I'm just a song that the lost ones drown. Ain't no going home when the stars burn out, when the whiskey don't numb and the truth spills out. Well, I crossed that line, now the past won't fade. Now I'm just a name on a song and a price that's unpaid. If I could trade these years for a second chance, I'd lay my sins in the river sands. But the water can't wash all the sin I've made, so now I lay where the lonely lay. Ain't no going home when the stars burn out, when the whiskey don't numb and the truth spills out. Well, I crossed that line, now the past won't fade. Now I'm just a name on a song and a price that's unpaid. No, no. Well, the porch light glows like a Mississippi moon, and it ain't for me, no, and it ain't for you. Some roads lead back, yeah, and some run cold, and some of us learn, no, we ain't, no, we ain't meant for home. No.
Oh, it was so good. Holy shit. Pardon my language. It's funny how music can trigger a memory. I remember in a breakup song. I remember in 1989, no, maybe 1990 something. I had my heart broken for the first time. And back then what we would do is I'd wait for the song. It was called Broken Wings by Mr. Mister. I'd wait for it to come on the radio and I'd hit the record on the old player. And then so I knew this girl's last name, obviously her first name, but I didn't have her phone number, so there was only 10 in the phone book. So I called every single one. I'm like, is Nancy there? Is Nancy there? And when this girl would come on the phone, I'd hit play and play Mr. Broken Wings, trying to get her back. But now, a song like that, man, you never know if this girl hears it or you hold out for someone that's not gonna break your heart next time.
I hope not. It sucks, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it's
So,
all learning, man. Everything happens for a reason. I had given up myself. I was ready just to stay with my dog. I have a lab, and
I got a lab too.
she's a black lab shepherd, and she was my best friend for 2.5 years. I'm like, I'm just gonna stay single because she only goes in the washroom for a quick drink. I don't have to wait for her to come out, and all this doesn't ask me to talk about my stuff. And then I randomly met my girlfriend through a book that I wrote, a review that she left. So whatever's in the plan, man, it's so I guess we already talked about that song where that came from.
Yeah.
That was pretty powerful, man. That I don't know. You call yourself country, but it's almost got a bit of like if country and like Chris Cornell and all those grunge guys merged together. You got that kind of grungy raspier voice, but country. And
I,
it's really original, man. I love it.
I listen to those guys a lot too.
Chris
Uh,
Cornell is my favorite musician of all time. I used to run a charity for the military with sending stuff over to veterans and stuff.
yeah,
And every time he came to my hometown, well, my town here in Calgary, I'm not in there anymore, but he would send me tickets to bring veterans to his shows. And like
that's
for nothing, like front center, backstage pass, got to meet him. Just an amazing, one of a kind dude. And I could hear you covering some Chris Cornell stuff too. That'd be
I don't think I can do what he does.
no. Well, I mean, I hear all kinds of attempts, but I mean, I think you could do it justice. Him and some Alice in Chains. I don't know. I'm wishful
Yeah,
thinking here.
I like Alice in Chains too. Whenever I get down to the dumps, I just go on my Apple Music, put Nutshell on repeat.
Nice.
I
So
love
yeah, this is well, technically a mental health podcast, and but I just have all kinds of stories from people all over the world. But how big do you think music is the mental health? Like if people are going through shit, just
dude, it's huge. Like when I was, I think a freshman in high school, um, parents, split up. That was rough, man. I got two younger brothers. I'm the oldest, and I don't know. It was just hard sometimes, man. And you know, at that time, like Zach Bryan was starting to get pretty big, and I started listening to him a ton. Um, I can go back earlier through my playlist, and he was every song, if not every other song, just the way he could put real life emotions and feelings that like people feel into a song, and it was just I don't know. A lot of his stuff was powerful to me, and even now, like I listen to this guy's name's Dylan Gossett. I think I'm saying his last name right, but he has a song named Cole, and uh, if you know what that song is, I strongly encourage look it up.
yeah.
Um, but that song, you know, hit me. But just I think music's so important to people's mental health because, like I said earlier, like it don't matter where you're from, where you've been, who you are, you know, music connects us all, and it's from one soul to another. So I think it's a more raw, like contact with each other than just talking is.
You know what's funny is that there's so many lives on TikTok, and I find if you go in them and check them out, the ones with the open mics and the people singing have the least amount of trolls on TikTok.
Yeah,
Like you'll get the scattered one come in there, but mostly it's the community of people. And what I love about it is that if there's someone up there that can't sing their way out of a paper bag, nobody cares because they've got the balls to get up and do this in front of like the potential worst. Like if you're in an open mic and it ends up on the For You page, that's when
yeah,
all the fun starts.
yeah,
Like you get the trolls coming in there. I had a girl on with me, Faith. And I went in and watching her live, and she just doesn't care. There was just people being nasty, just saying things like, Ozempic, how do you play with those giant fingers? And just the most horrible things you can think of, but she didn't give a shit. She just kept smiling and playing, and then they left.
Yeah.
Because people like that, they're so miserable with their own lives that they're gonna come in and try and bring someone else down.
Yeah.
And if you
That's
give
why.
if you give them that satisfaction of responding,
Yeah.
yeah, not even.
That's why I was like extremely self-conscious about posting on TikTok before I posted my first one because I'm a bigger guy, and you know, I just I was scared what people was gonna say, but I've been blown away with the amount of love and support that people have shown me, and I've had like I think I can literally count on one hand the amount of negative comments. I think I have like three or four that I've seen, but like reading it, it kind of like punched me in the gut immediately when I see the rate of like how many people like genuinely liked it, support me compared to the three or four that are just trying to be bud.
You know what, man? It's funny. I used to be almost 400 pounds, and I was in a gym for the first time ever. Maybe the second time ever. And there's these two dudes behind me on a elliptical. I was on a treadmill, 40 minutes, just sweat dripping off me, two towels around my head. I didn't care. But back then I had like these giant rolls on the back of my neck. And I heard these guys say, "Oh my God, look at that guy's neck. Like it looks like a pack of sausages." And I left the gym. It messed me up. I didn't go back for 6 months. But then I found a different gym and I used it as motivation. Then I started punching heavy bags and I'd picture those guys' face on it. All right. I'm down 170 pounds. Well, I've kept 150 down. I've put it back down, but I don't care anymore. But it's funny because I posted online about these two trolls on like a town page here for just it's called the Roast and Toast where you post good things, bad things.
Yeah,
And I posted them a note and said, just thank you for the motivation. I wasn't encouraging people to be bullies or trolls at gyms. But one of the guys actually reached out to me and to apologize. This was 2 years later. And he's like, I don't know you, and I'm sorry, I'm proud of you, whatever. But someone said to me on one of my episodes, these trolls, they don't pay you rent,
yeah,
so you don't let them live in your head rent free. And I know just listening to that one song from you, if you were to go on a live, because copyrights don't matter on TikTok, right? I mean, we can't play covers on here because I'll get shut down by YouTube or whatever.
yeah.
But yeah, I had one episode and the guy played a cover, and then all of a sudden my video got flagged and taken down. I'm like, holy, but if you were to go on TikTok live, once you have enough followers, man, I think you would just kill it. And then you get this community of people that would just, come in and I think some Sunday you've got to come on my live with me and I'll just put you up in a big box next to me after we get this episode done and just put on your seatbelt, man, because I know that voice and those words are so real that it's going to hit people.
I
So
appreciate it.
that being said, let's hear a second tune and then we can talk about what that's about.
All right. Um, I wrote this one 2.5 weeks ago. Um, this one is really just talking about being alone and how it's rough, and
Mm.
it's on Capo 1. So, all right. I hope you enjoy it, man. Well, the porch light flickers, but no one's home. The wind hums a sad tune through the chimes all alone. There's coffee in the pot, but it don't taste right. Guess even the sunrise don't shine as bright. And I ain't got no dog that waits by the door, and got no footsteps on my old wooden floors, just a heart like an echo in a hollow town, screaming out your name, but it don't make no sound. When I listen to the radio, but the songs don't hit. They're all about love, and I'm about tired of it. My shadow's the only one that'll dance tonight, spinning in circles under neon lights. I ain't got no dog that waits by the door, and I ain't got no footsteps on my old wooden floors, just a heart like an echo in a hollow town, screaming out your name, but it don't make no sound. And I would drive till the road runs out, but a highway is just one long and lonely route, and a map won't lead me where I wanna be, 'cause home was you, and you ain't with me. And I ain't got no dog that waits by the door, and I ain't got no footsteps on my old wooden floors, just a heart like an echo in a hollow town, screaming out your name, but it don't make no sound. No. Well, the porch light still flickers, just waiting for you, but deep down I know that you ain't coming through.
Holy shit, man. Wow. I can hear the Alice in Chains coming through there a bit. It's like Alice in Chains and Travis Tritt, long lost love child right here. You gotta come into my live and play Rooster. That's your voice would be freaking perfect for that. That's oh my God.
I that song's so funny to me. I used to work in this welding shop in this in our metropolitan area down here in South Mississippi, Mississippi Tank, and you know, I worked there this past summer, and dude, and I don't know how hot it gets up there, but down here our summers, we also have like some days it's 80% humidity plus like 98-degree weather. I mean, it's bad sometimes, man. And when you're in the welding shop, you got to wear your FR and just a whole bunch of heavy clothing to protect you. Well, we're up in there sweating down, dirty. I mean, we're smelling bad, working hard. And I remember one day one of the guys brought a speaker, and I mean, I'm having like one of the worst days, dude. I'm sweating down. I'm hot. I've done went through a half jug of Gatorade by myself, and all of a sudden, yeah, here come, and
Yeah.
it was just funny, man.
Oh, no, man, that song hit me so much because, well, 2007, I moved from one side of Canada to the other just by myself. My family, I'm so close to my family, but I just needed a change. I got up and moved, and then I started getting drunk because of my PTSD like 5 nights a week. So even though I had some friends, circle of friends, when I come home alone, just wasted in my apartment, I was by myself. I didn't have a dog. I had nothing. So that song really hit me right here, man. Oh, that's a good one. Holy shit, that's a good one.
Like,
Um, yeah, so let's
wait, I got a question, like off topic. Uh, you live in Canada. Do you watch a lot of baseball?
I watch playoff baseball. I'm all about hockey mostly, but I mean we have the Blue Jays. We have one
Yeah,
team up here, so it's
yeah.
actually 2 years ago, Leigh, I took my daughter, she's 10, to her first ever Blue Jays game against, I don't remember who they're playing, but that was pretty cool.
I'm a I'm a big baseball fan. I Blue Jays and my team are actually in the same division, the Orioles.
Okay. Time to end the podcast there, people. Thanks for
My daddy's from Baltimore. He moved down to Mississippi in '85. My poppy got MS real bad, and kept catching pneumonia up there in that colder climate. So they had to move down here. But my mama is from here. Actually, going back, my pawpaw, my mama's daddy, he was an evangelist. Well, I was younger when he died, but my mama and my mama all tell me all the time he just had an amazing voice. He could play the guitar extremely well. Well, he gets done playing one night, might have been at a church, or he was playing somewhere, and the same record company that originally signed Elvis came up to my grandpa and asked him to sign like pretty close after Elvis did, and it was pretty cool. And he turned it down to be a evangelist and pursue his ministry.
wow.
Yeah, it's a great story.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like what paper we have it's called the Blue Jays in 30. So they show the whole game in 30 minutes
Hmm.
and just like the big events like strikeouts or home runs or a hit or something. And before I knew I was actually watching this one night, I was like, guy comes up one pitch, innings over. I'm like, wow, how did I miss two batters? And then it show a second inning, like, wow, I don't even realize I didn't even see the Blue Jays bat because I went to the washroom or something. I didn't
Yeah,
even realize I was watching this 30-minute recap show, right?
yeah. I'm a big Orioles fan.
Nice.
That and college football. You know, only bad thing about being a avid, diehard MLB fan is for the next 162 games, your team decides your emotional state the following day.
Yeah, that's right. Well, for Canada up here, we don't really focus on baseball until the hockey playoffs are over.
Yeah, I'm not huge in hockey. It's just college football and baseball.
Yeah. So let's do one more song, man, if you want to do one more, and then we'll tell everyone how they can find you,
All
and
right.
we'll go from there.
This one, there's a good chance I mess up some words. This one has been a massive work in progress. I actually hated this song as soon as I wrote it.
Hmm.
Um, but I played it for my mama and my cousin and his wife, and they really liked it. So this is called Mississippi Magnolia, and yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Well, she's the kind of love that don't come cheap. Hot like a fire, gone like a breeze. You can hold her hand, but not her soul. She's got a heart that won't be told. She don't need diamonds, she don't need gold. She runs with the wild where the bayou rolls. Her love is a secret the moonlight keeps deep in the pines where the night runs deep. She walks with the river slow and wide. Sunlight dances where shadows hide. Soft as petals when April calls, but don't mistake her, she's roots and she's walls. Her voice is the calm before the storm, whispering thunder rich and warm. She'll pull you in like a southern night and slip away with the morning light. One day she'll vanish soft as mist, a southern ghost with lips you've kissed. But in the wind and the rain's embrace, you'll always catch a trace of her grace. Well, she's the kind of love that don't come cheap. Hot like a fire, but gone like a breeze. You can hold her hand, but not her soul. She's got a heart that won't be told.
Unreal. You said wow. You're way too hard on yourself with that one, man. That's another one that I love it. I don't know, I'm so invested. The I really hope I just can't wait to introduce you to like my little TikTok community I built up in the last 8 weeks, and just so many cool people and just amazing musicians, and they're all so supportive of each other. And like there's people that are swapping songs, like, hey, I'd like to hear you sing this one, and they'll just post it. Like it's I love it. I'm so addicted, and it's been so good for my mental health. Um, what's if there's someone out there watching this that's struggling with something or just went through a bad breakup and going through anything mentally, like what would you say to someone as far as that music?
Music wise, kind of funny that, me personally, whenever I go through something rough, I find the most depressing music. Just get it out, that way you can start fresh again. But just in general, I would 100% have to say find Jesus. And, because even when you feel like, your life is crumbling down, Jesus already seen that you're going to make it through, and He's provided a way for you. You just got to look for it. And He'll be the friend that sticks closer than a brother. And just turn to Him. He already loves you, and He's waiting for you with arms. So that's what I got to
Totally.
say about the mental health thing, man.
Man, I've got to put you in touch with Gabriel, the guy I was telling you about I had on a couple months ago, because your words and your music, you guys probably write one hell of a song together. Or I don't know, something's got to happen there. He's in Ontario, Canada, but you never know. That's the thing I love about TikTok is we get people in these lives from France and Singapore and all over US and Canada. No one cares where anyone's from.
Yeah.
Once we all pick up the guitar and start singing it, we're all from the same place,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, man.
There's no borders or tariffs or any of this bull crap. It's just real people and real music.
Yeah.
Um, I've got one more question for you.
Yeah, man.
I ask this of every guest at the end of every show. Just my little silly icebreaker.
Okay.
Icebreaker at the end doesn't make much sense, but whatever. I'm sticking with it. Um, a 100-meter pigeon carrying contest. How many pigeons do you think you could carry 100 meters and still have in your arms at the end of the race?
Live pigeons.
Live pigeons that can't be harmed. They're okay, PETA. Don't be canceling me.
I don't know. I'm guessing, two under each arm and one like in the middle. I'm guessing five.
Five? Okay. That'll put you one ahead of my daughter when she was on. But I've had people say they're gonna put double-sided duct tape on their outfit and tape the pigeons and then put their arms around them. There was one guy, a martial arts guy, he was on here picking up stuff on his desk practicing. Some of my episodes are not the music ones, but I talk about addiction and recovery and
Yeah,
self-harm and domestic abuse. I haven't asked it on every episode, but sometimes it's just a laugh at the end of something serious. And
yeah,
you know, I hear Mike Tyson's really obsessed with pigeons, so I'm gonna try and get him on as a guest because we could just talk about pigeons for an hour. What?
yeah. Careful, might get that ear.
What? You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Well, I will put the link and any links you want to send me to your TikTok in the descriptions everywhere.
Okay.
And yeah, I'd love you having to come on my live this Sunday if you're free, or any Sunday at around. I think you're an hour ahead of me, so 4 o'clock. Usually we go from 4 o'clock till about 6:30 Eastern,
Okay.
depending on how many people are in there. But it's just there's people that have come in there. There was one girl, I won't say her name, but the first time she came in, she turned her camera off to sing. Every time she would go on any live, I see her, she would turn her camera off. And then she came on one of the shows and just opened up about a whole can of worms and stuff, and everyone was so supportive. And the next week, her camera was on, and she had written a song about it. So I don't care if there's 10 people in there, if there's 50 people in there, or 1,000. It's all about impact. And
Yeah.
you change one person's life, and it's worth it.
Yeah.
And some pretty powerful stuff happening in there. So I'll send you the invite then on Sunday. But um, follow Brady. I got a feeling he's gonna have to put on a seatbelt in a few weeks, and hopefully there's much more music coming, and I get that cover of that Chain song.
All right, man.
All right, buddy. Thanks for coming on with me, and I look forward to hearing you again.
Yeah, man.
All right.